Hello and welcome back to the channel. Back to 2d6 Dungeon and the new floor. We are entering level 7. 2d6 Dungeon was created by Toby Lancaster. His link is in the description. I've already completed the resting process. I've used one of my rations, gained a few hit points, and we're ready to descend the rest of the way into the first room here. We come on down into our first dungeon room. And as usual, I have a definition of how large this dungeon is going to be, this floor. And we're going to start going counterclockwise this time. Let's go this way, over to this archway. Pass through the archway, enter into a room, and we are accosted by the sound of chickens. This room is lined with wire cages for small animals. In some are chickens, a few are dead. As soon as you enter, the chickens begin to make a racket, causing a patrol to come. Rolled a scuttle cow. He's gonna bash through this door, which our random doors are all wooden and locked, but the scuttle cow will bash this one open. Barge it in here. Scuttle cows are found deep in the earth by Terra Magnus. Through selective breeding and infernal rituals, they grow larger and are released upon the surface when numbers peaked. They have sharp mandibles and many kicks. Sharp mandibles are a 2-3, which is blocked by our metal bracers, making that a 2d6 plus 1. And the many kicks is a 6-4, and that is blocked by our leather breastplate, making that a 2d6 minus 3. We have scuttle barge, primary 3s and 5s, which will be our swooping spin and our lunging thrust. And they have a hard carapace on secondary 4s, 5s, and 6s, which would be our furious strike. Been saying that wrong the whole time. Ferocious strike. Top of round 1, our turn. Swinging at the scuttle cow. With a 3-2, which is a direct swooping spin. We get to add our 3 shifts, but we also have to subtract 3 for the scuttle barge, making it an even d6 plus 4. 8 points of damage. Bringing him down to 42 health. Scuttle cow's turn for round 1. And a 5-3 with 2 shifts. We can turn that 5 into a 6 with 1 shift, and a 3 into a 4 with 1 shift to create the many kicks maneuver. 2d6 minus 3. 1 point of damage. We'll just go down to 55 health, but then heal back to 56. Top round 2, our turn. With a 6-5, 3 shifts, 1 shift, we can go to a 6-4 for a ferocious strike, and that will be 2d6 plus 8. 12 points of damage. Bringing him down to 30 health. Scuttle cow's turn for round 2. 3-5. 3-5 and 2 shifts. We are not able to make a maneuver for the scuttle cow. Top of round 3, our turn. 6-1. 3 shifts. We can turn that 1 into a 4 to make another ferocious strike. 16 points of damage. Bringing him down to 14 health. Scuttle cow's turn for round 3. And a 1-3. 2 shifts. We can use 1 shift to make that 1 into a 2. Create the sharp mandibles, and that would be 2d6 plus 1. 11 points of damage. Brings us to 45 health, but then we heal back 1 health to 46. Round 4, our turn. 1-5. 1-5. We have 4 shifts now, so we can use 2 shifts. No, we can't. We are 1 shift short of doing any of our maneuvers. We swing but miss. Scuttle cow's turn for round 4 with a 5-3 and 3 shifts. That's another many kicks. Just 2 shifts. 2d6 minus 3. 6 points of damage. Bringing us to 40 health. Then we heal back 1. Bringing us to 41. Drop around 5, our turn. We have a free 6, and 5 shifts. We can take 2 shifts, yes, 2 shifts and change the 6 into a 4, and 3 shifts to change that 3 into a 6 to create a ferocious strike. 2d6 plus 8. 16 points of damage again. Bringing him to 0 and dead. Now, the Scuttle Cow does not have any treasure, but he does have 850 experience points. That will bring us to 12,869 experience. And since we know this other door is locked, there's no reason to test it. We do the Scuttle Cow just bash through this other door, so we can go that way. For inventive usage, in this room we have a whole bunch of chickens. We could get some feathers if we wanted. We could kill a chicken and have some meat that we'll have to cook. But while we're carrying around fresh, uncooked meat, we'd be bloodied, and that's not fun, as we know from the last level. So I'd prefer to just leave the chickens alone. We're just gonna head on through this other doorway. Alright, passing through this Scuttle Cow came from. And we enter into an earthen chamber. This space has been lined with earth. As you step through the space, small creatures bite at you. Make a precision 9 check 3 times. For every one you fail, lose 3 HP. As the small crocs manage to bite you. Your little crocodiles. Precision is plus 4. D6 plus 4. So we made 9 on the first try. Made 9 on the second try. We're just gonna run straight through. And we made 9 on the third try. We passed through the archway, just run straight through. As soon as we started getting bit, there was another archway to the left there, or north, because I turned the map, but we just went straight on through. The next room is a shallow pool. Into a muddy floor devoid of stone is a pool. As soon as you enter, an earth croc surfaces. You must fight the beast. If you survive, you search and find the body of a past victim. Roll on a body search table 2 plus 2. And there is one archway over here. Earth crocs dig deep burrows into soft earth, where they settle into cold underground pools. They are then captured at the order of the keeper to be released into the city sewers and water supplies. For maneuvers, they have a crushing bite, a tail swing. Crushing bite is a 3-1, which will be deflected by our leather breastplate, making that a 2d6 minus 3. And the tail swing is a 4-6, which is not blocked by anything. For an interrupt, they have a scaly hide on primary 1s, 2s, 5s, and 6s, which would cover our lunging thrust and ferocious strike. We're going to go ahead and hit it with the Yip's returning axe. Plus 3 a couple times here. First is a 1-2. Primary 1s would be just 6 points of damage then. Turns to our hand and we try again. This time with a 6-5. We still lose 3 points of damage. So just another 6. Bringing him down to 53 health. Top around 1 our turn. With a 6-2. 3 shifts. We can use 2 shifts to turn that 2 into a 4 to make a ferocious strike. It will be 2d6 plus 7. 15 points of damage. Bring him down to 38 health. Earth Crocs turn for round 1 with a 5-5 and 3 shifts. It only takes 2 shifts to create a tail swing. Can't get to a crushing bite though. There's a tail swing for us. We did just hit him, but we can shift our armor to allow our breastplate to cover the tail swing. So that's going to be 2d3 plus nothing. Is that 2? And also 2. So 4 points of damage. Brings us to 37 health, but then we heal back 1 to 38. Top around 2 our turn. 2-1. 3 shifts with 2-1. 2 shifts will get us to a swooping spin. 3-2. And that one's not blocked by anything, so it's a D6 plus 4. 7 points of damage. Bringing him down to 31 health. Crocs turn for round 2. 6-5. 6-5 with 3 shifts. We can turn the 6 into a 4 and the 5 into a 6. Create another tail swing. That's 3 and 1. 4 more points of damage. That brings us to 34. But then we heal back 1 to 35. Top of round 3, our turn. With a 2-2, 3 shifts. No, 1 shift will get us to a swooping spin. Another 6 plus 4, 9 points of damage. Bringing him down to 22 health. Crocs turn for round 3. That is a 2-2, 3 shifts. 1 shift will make a 3, and 2 shifts, or 1 shift will make a 1. Make a crushing bite. And that's already blocked by our breastplate, so it is 2d6 minus 3. 5 points of damage. Brings us to 30. Put that heal back 1, leaving us at 31 health. And top of round 4, our turn. Oh, it's a 1-1. We miss. We can't shift out of a 1-1. Crocs turn for round 4. With a 3-1. That is a crushing bite. No modifiers. And 9 points of damage. Brings us down to 22 health. But then we heal back 1 to 23. Top around 5, our turn. That is a 1-5. And we have 5 shifts. We can turn a 1-5 into a swooping spin with 5 shifts. 2 shifts there and 3 shifts there. 5 points of damage. Bringing it to 17 health. Crocs turn for round 5. We have a 4-3 with 5 shifts. It only takes 3 shifts to create a crushing bite, which would be the more damage. 2d6 minus 3. 3 points of damage. Bringing us to 20. Then we get back 1. 21 health. Top round 6, our turn. And that's a 1-2 with 6 shifts now. 5 shifts will get us to a lunging thrust. Only 2 shifts will get us to a swooping spin, which will do more damage than a lunging thrust. We're 1 shift short of a furious strike. So let's go with the swooping spin there. 10 points of damage. Bringing him to 7 health. Crocs turn for round 6. And a 1-4. 6 shifts as well. It would take 5 shifts to get to a crushing bite. So we can do that. 8 points of damage. Brings us to 13 health. Then we get back 1. 14 health. Round 7, our turn. Yes. We have a 6-6 prime attack. We get to pick our maneuver and add all of our shift onto it. And it can't be blocked. So we're going to go with Ferocious Strike, making it 2d6 plus 16. 24 damage. A little excessive, but that's how we do things. Crocodile's dead. You can search around the muck and find a dead body. We do get 4 teeth from the croc and 850 experience points. Croc teeth there. With the 850 experience, it brings us to 13,719 experience. And our body search table here, get +2. 7. Strapped to the thigh of the creature in a leather holster are 2 throwing knives. There is also a pouch with 3d6 gold pieces. Speaking of throwing knives, we have to retrieve our throwing axe. We'll do that now. And we get 9 gold pieces. I don't think I'm going to take the knife. We have a few throwing knives. We have throwing axes. We have plenty of throwing things. And Yip's axe is going to return to us all the time. We have a dagger with puts rebound ruin on it, so we can get that back as well. So I don't think we're going to take the knives. Oh. We're going to step back. I want to step back in there. That one's vicious. It's got the little critters in it. We need health. I think it's time to call on divine favor for a change. We haven't done that ever, but we got some. We need some healing. We're in this muddy, murky water area. So let's call on Internic. Now we do have 6 favor points with him. Calling on favor of a god. You may call for a favor from the gods at any time. You might thrust your arms up high or whisper under your breath for the assistance, often driven by peril or desperation to call for the favor of the gods at a particular time in your adventure. As mentioned earlier, as long as you have 1 favor point with a god, you may call for their favor with a d6 favor roll. If you roll equal to or below the total favor points you have with that god, you gain their favor and are gifted 1 reward. This reward will assist your adventurer in a difficult situation. There are some items that grant you -1 to your favor roll, which means it is possible to roll below 1. When you roll below 1, the god appears and grants a gift in addition to the favor, which is detailed on the specific god card. A favor may be one of the following, which is the first thing on the list. What I'm looking for: heal all HP to baseline. Calling for favor happens instantly, and if used in combat, does not take up your round. Some rare items offer permanent favor, and this happens as long as you have the object on your person. You can permanently fill in one of the favor boxes next to the specific god, rather than a tick indicating a permanent favor. You may only call upon the favor of a god once per level unless an item you possess allows otherwise. Items that do so are rare. You may also only use a god dedicated space on the map once and only to gain 1 favor point. When you unsuccessfully call for a favor, you retain your favor points. But when you successfully call for a favor from a god, remove all of the ticks next to that specific god on your character sheet. We do have 6 points. I thought somebody had mentioned something about calling a favor with all 6 favor points filled in. Basically, you're guaranteed to make it because it's a d6. I don't have anything to make it less than 1, but I thought somebody had mentioned that if you had all 6 of them, you got that. It was the same thing as rolling below 1. I'm not seeing that in the book. So we're going to get healed, calling on favor of Internic. Now, I did that because this wall isn't actually the outside wall. We're one block off of the outside wall. This one would have been touching it, but then I had to go back through the small bitey crocodiles. I feel like going in there and searching for an exit. Risk releasing them. We stay here. We'll step over to this archway and get out of here. Step through the archway and enter into a room. This is the food boxes room. Large wooden boxes full of animal feed line one side of this room. On a shelf out of reach is a bag. If you can climb the wall, you can open the sack. Roll a d6. 1 or 2, it's a potato. 3 or 4, it's a carrot. And 5 or 6, it's nothing. I don't know about climbing the wall, but if all these boxes are just full of food, we can rearrange them and stack them and make a little set of steps to climb up there. We have 2 curtain exits, so let's climb up here and get the sack. It has a potato in it. We're not quite to having enough to make a ration. We need 3 different things. We only have a turnip and now a potato. Alright, stepping back down, we'll continue straight ahead. Step through this curtain and we find a shard passage. A corridor of sharp branches and spikes has been assembled here. They are hard to avoid. Make a precision check of 9 2 times, or get tagged and spiked as you try and slip through. Lose 8 HP. Of course, we're gonna sneak on through here and pass through that archway. Now, let's see how bad we are. take 8 HP this time. We're good on the second try. And this next room is quite large, and it is an outside wall, so we could potentially go back to town. It's a wooden boards room. Floorboards have been laid here. Suddenly, they rise up, and a scuttle cow bursts free. You must fight the insect. If you survive, you find beneath the boards a large sack. Roll on VT2 plus 2. Let's bring out another scuttle cow. Alright, we just fought one of these, so I'm not going to read it again. It is top of round 1 on our turn. We're starting off with a 3-1 and 3 shifts. And that only takes 1 shift to create a swooping spin, which would be a D6 plus 1 due to the scuttle barge. 5 points of damage. Bring him to 45 health, and our curse is upon him. Scuttle Cow's turn for round 1 with a 5-6, 2 shifts. 5-6 cannot be converted to a maneuver. Top of round 2, our turn. And a 4-4, 2 shifts will turn that 4 into a 6 to create a ferocious strike. It's a 2d6 plus 8. 14 points of damage. Bringing him to 31 health. Scuttle Cow's turn for round 2. And a 4-2. 4-2 and only 2 shifts is also not going to be a maneuver. Up round 3, our turn. We have a 3-2, making for a direct swooping spin. So that will be a D6 plus 4. 5 points of damage. Brings him to 26 health. Scuttle Cow's turn, round 3. A 3-1, 2 shifts with a 3-1. That's not going to be a maneuver either. The dice are not in the Scuttle Cow's favor this time around. Top of round 4, our turn. We have a 2-4 and 4 shifts. 2-4. We can turn that 2 into a 6 to create a ferocious strike. 15 points of damage. Bringing him to 11 health. Scuttle Cow's turn for round 4. And a 1-2. And they do have 3 shifts now with a 1-2. They can turn that into a sharp mandible. And that is 2d6 plus 1. 8 points of damage. Brings us to 64. But then we heal back 1 to 65. Top round 5, our turn. And there's our direct hit. Double 6s. That gives us our pick of maneuvers. And of course, we're going to go with Ferocious Strike and ignoring the interrupt because it's a double 6 with an extra plus 2 shift. Gives us a total of 2d6 plus 15 or 20 points of damage, making him dead. Let's see. With our XP from him, he doesn't have any treasure on him, so we have to worry about that. No treasure. XP, we're going to go up to 14,569 experience. Then we have a bag table to check with a plus 2 modifier. That will be in the 12. There isn't a 13. This seems to be valuables from a raid, including D6 medium quality pearls, D3 plus 1 low quality rubies, and D3 low quality emeralds. Let's see how many pearls we got. There's 3. Let's check our low quality emeralds. That is 2, bringing us up to 4 of those. And then the low quality rubies, D3 plus 1, is 4 of them. This room does have 2 exits, but I think we're gonna check for a way out to go back to the town. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 walls to check. So we roll 10d6 and find out if we have a 6, we have a wall out. Here's a 6. What is this going? That's a 5. Out of 10 tries, we have one wall that has an opening, one way out. We'll hop on through that hole and go back to town. So we had our liberated prisoner. We gotta check on them and see what we got. That is a 2. The father of the prisoner approaches you outside the tavern. He hands over a pouch of 6d6 silver pieces and thanks you. 19 silver pieces. Next is the market bartering check. 2d6 plus adventure level minus precision. It is a 10 total. You did well and stood strong on a couple of deals. You add 10% of the sell price of the loot rounded up. Everything is sold at 50% off, and then we get to add 10% of that back onto it. Except for gems. Gems retain their full value. So let's come over here. Before we sell everything off, what gods required? She likes diamonds, we don't have them. She likes garnets, we don't have those. This one likes the emeralds, which we're full on at the moment, so we don't really need him. This one likes rubies, no sapphires. And this one likes the pearls, and we're full on her. Okay, we're gonna save 1 ruby, 1 pearl, and 1 emerald, just in case we want to donate later. Let's sell 3 medium quality rubies. Now we'll sell all 4 of those. 4 medium quality, so that's 24 times 4. Plus, we'll sell off 1 of the high quality ones, which is 60. And then sell off all 4 low quality ones. And then we'll sell off 3 emeralds and 2 pearls. And give us an extra 240 gold pieces. That's to 929. We were going to sell off the finesse potion. In fact, we're going to sell off the 2 shield aura ones as well. So we'll add. Hold on. So scrolls are only worth half before their market bartering. Well, for the finesse scroll, we would get 28, and the shield auras we'd get 10 each, which would bring us up to 977 gold pieces. Take a look at Juff. Ruins sell for 50 gold pieces each. So we're gonna sell off the potes. And scroll of invisibility was 21 gold pieces. So we sell that for half. Get us 11 gold pieces there. That brings us to 1038. Now we're gonna do all of the silver piece related things. We have that large fur for 17 silver. We have like the ebony holy symbol and the wax seal, man in a robe wax seal. I think we can sell those at like the temple. So I'll hold on to those until I decide to go to the temple. I'm probably gonna go to the tavern today. We have some acorns with tree symbols on it as well. So we'll hold on to those. Throw in the miscellaneous items like leather straps, needle and thread, strong glue, or silver piece related things. And we did pick up a needle and thread, so we'll get rid of that. Get it out of our inventory. And that would be 5. Got a lot of things that I don't know how much would sell for. So I think I'm just gonna put them over into a loot lockup for now. And maybe somebody can help me out later. Some loot lockup filled up there. Just a few things, I'm not sure. I think I've sold metal bars before as like the metal tool hammer price or something. Don't feel quite right for that price. They're just twisted metal bars. And then we have sticks of charcoal, dragon scale, croc teeth, fangs, and ball bearings. Stuff I was holding on to thinking I might be able to use it, and I haven't used it, and I just cleaning up the inventory. We're good. 12 silver pieces there, bringing us up to 121 silver. Kind of covering the marketplace. One thing I would like to get you more healing paste is what I want. Let's see what we can buy. Or some potions. We got money. Let's buy some potions. These look like they're the only healing potions we got available to pick from. And I kind of like the ones that let me go beyond baseline level. How many potion slots we opened up? Let's get 2 further healings. So I'll take out 80 gold pieces from us for those. Put them up in there. Bring us down to 958 on the gold pieces. We'll put those like that, and we're set. We could sell the willpower potion and buy another consistency. Why only add discipline when you can add both discipline and precision? Let's do that. Let's get rid of the potion of willpower. Balance us out to 930. Look at that. Okay. And then still more. We have ingredients for going herbs, but we need these guys. We got 2 Zoomer's leaves. We got 2 Scarlet Ortavis, but no Illos petals. So we can't make health paste. So if we were to buy Illos petals, it'd be 12 gold pieces. If we want 2 of them, so we can make 2 batches of health paste, that would take. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. It would take us down to 906 gold pieces, and let us have some of these nice medicines. And we do have two empty vials that we can use to put the paste into. So I don't see a reason I can't make the paste while I'm up here in town. I think we're all done with buying and selling things. That covers the market and the herbalist. We didn't need to go the engraver today. Town hall, we could go and do arm wrestling for a chance of winning some money. We did the loot lockup already. So we have our evening at the tavern. Let's see what we can find at the tavern. The health paste made 2 of them. It brought us up to 14,649 experience points. And for the tavern exploits, we got a 5. The tavern is very quiet this evening, but it does allow you to talk to Frida, tending the bar. She talks about some of the characters who've been in lately, including one group talking about finding another entrance to the dungeon and a distinctive stone that marks the spot. When you enter the dungeon again, you may exit that level 1 additional time rather than pushing to the next level before we can go. So that's good. We just started level 7. We have quite a bit to go yet, so it's good to know that we can leave a second time on level 7 if we have to. Okay, brings us back into the dungeon, and our escape hole has caved in behind us, though our stop at the tavern lets us know that there's another way out. And instead of continuing all the way around the outside edge, I kind of want to work my way back towards the middle and fill in this way. Kind of do like a swirl or an S, We swim in, come back, and go back this way. Kind of what I'm thinking. So we're gonna come out this one, come straight across and go through this archway here. Okay. Pass through this archway here, and we enter into a room with no doors to it. It is an extraction room. This space has a table and chair to one side. On it are 3 thin metal probes and 2 bottles. The bottles contain water, and the tools seem to be for fine work. And we roll for the interrupt. At the back in the shadows is a crumpled cage. Inside is a human corpse. You prise it apart and find a note on hemp on the body. If you have an incomplete people-related quest from previous levels, mark it complete, for this is a note explaining their demise. We don't have a people-related quest. I already removed it from our quest completely, but we had the heedless quest where we had to show the crest to a heedless and cause it to run away. I don't know if that's something I can do, but not going to worry about it. We lost that quest. I think we're going to take the bottles of water though. We don't need no metal probes for fine work, although we'd probably use them for lockpicks if we run out, but we're not at risk of running out of lockpicks anytime soon. Well, I don't really want to go back through the vine-filled room. That hurts us if we We fail. I was hoping to zigzag through here, but I guess we'll go over to this way. Go up and around, up one more room and then over. Step on through this archway, we find a corridor, and I chose to go through this archway to try and head back towards the middle of the map. And what we find here is a holding pen. There is an iron barred pen here. Inside you see a scuttle cow that is injured with minus 10 HP. You can fight the beast to get a large chest at the back. If you survive, roll on a chest table +1. Now, I don't really want to kill it. I mean, it's inside a cage, it's been tormented, it's already injured. Could put it out of its misery, I suppose. I do want the chest. I suppose we're killing another scuttle cow, just to put it out of its misery. We'll hit it with the Yip's axe first here. 3/3, bitch. Can't see that. Primary 3s get a -3 damage, so our Yip's axe is a +3. Just straight 6 points of damage for the first hit. Then the axe comes back into our hand and we chuck it a second time. This time it's a 5/6 with secondary 6s. Actually, primary 5s. There's another 3 off, so there's another 6 points of damage. Combined is 12 points of damage, brings him down to 28. Now we're going to start round 1, our turn. Swing with a 4/3. We can use 1 shift to change that to a lunging thrust. Or, actually better, we can use 3 shifts to make ferocious strike. 2 shifts there, and 1 shift there. Ferocious strike is 2d6 plus 8. 18 points of damage. Skull Cow's turn for round 1. And that's 2/2. 1 shift to make a 3, which will be sharp mandibles, which will be 2d6 plus 1 because of our metal bracers. 7 points of damage. Brings us to 73 health, but then we heal back 1. Top around to our turn. 3/2, which is an exact swooping spin. That is d6 plus 4 plus 3 shifts minus 3. So d6 plus 4. 10 points of damage. Brings him to 18 health. Go to Cow's turn for round 2. And it's a 5/2. 2 shifts. He can't do anything with 2 shifts on a 5/2. No maneuvers for the injured Skull Cow. Top around 3, our turn. And we got 6/2. We can use 2 shifts to make a ferocious strike. 13 points of damage. Brings him down to 5 health. Skull Cow's turn for round 3. 4/4. 2 shifts, he can change that 4 into a 6 to create a mini kicks. And mini kicks is blocked by our breastplate, so it's 2d6 minus 3. 3 minus 3 for 0 damage. But we still heal 1 back, so we're up to 75 now. Top around 4, our turn. And that was 3/1. You have 4 shifts now. With a 3/1, 1 shift to get us to a swooping spin. We can use all 4 shifts to get us to a lunging thrust. Can't get to ferocious strike. Lunging thrust would be a d6 plus 2. 3 points of damage. Brings him to 2 health. Scuttle Cow's turn for round 4. And that's a mishap roll on the Skull Cow. The beast is almost too large for the space. It struggles to attack and misses the next turn. Right? It's not going to get a chance next round anyway, unless we miss. Top around 5, our turn. We're at a 5/4. 1 shift to create a ferocious strike, which is much overkill. 16 points of damage. That will bring him to dead. And we get 850 experience points. So we'll put the Scuttle Cow away. We'll add 850 on to our XP, brings us to 15,499, which levels us up to level 9. Let's take care of that. And when we level up, we get to take a look at our maneuvers and update one. We're going to get one extra shift now. So we get 10 health, brings us to 90 health, and 85 because of our damage. And then our shift goes up by 1. For next level, we need 25,000. Let's see. We want a new longsword maneuver at level 3. I like the numbers that we have, our dice numbers. They're pretty, you can hit them pretty well. So I want something close. We're going to change out a swooping spin first, which is currently a 3-2. We could reverse that and make a 2-3 using a twisting stab, which I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll take the twisting stab and replace swooping spin. Let's step up here and check out this chest. Chest table 4. Get a +1 on a roll. That would be 8. A large bear skin is folded up inside the chest. It is worth 80 gold pieces and a large item. There is also some dried meat here. Alright, we'll take an 80 gold piece bear skin. And our meat. Now with the dried meat, I believe I can combine the meat plus the potato plus the turnip to create a new ration. So I'm just gonna put that in there as a new ration. Okay. Now we're able to continue on, but I feel, I would have liked to get a little more done here, but I think we're gonna be good for this session. To just level up, build several Scuttle Cows this session. So thank you for staying till the end. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again next week. You have a good night. Bye for now.